You know we love breaking down the X's and O's, but we also love a good story. That's exactly why we're bringing in Talequia Hamilton as a recurring guest. She's our inside the locker room person, always ready with a funny story and some behind-the-scene insight that you won't get anywhere else. Talequia made her mark early, leading Huntington High to the state semifinals, averaging a double-double, played her AAU ball with the D1 Greyhounds, earning second-team All-State as a sophomore, first team honors as a junior, and conference player of the year as a senior while putting up 19 points per game. She also competed in track. She started her college career at Cincinnati, but faced tough break with the season-ending injury in her sophomore season. That didn't stop her, though. She transferred home to Marshall University, where she started for 3 strong seasons. Now she's giving back to the game as a coach for the Tri-State Pride and assistant coach for Cavalier girls basketball. Talequa's got the experience, the stories, and the personality to keep things fun and real. We're hyped to have her as a recurring guest on Fast Break Focus. Welcome to the squad, Talequia Hamilton. How's that?
Thank you. Yes,
How's
that was
that?
the perfect introduction for me.
What's going on? So, how are you first before we get into it? How are you? How are you?
I am doing good. I'm doing great. I just had a baby,
Okay.
so
Congratulations. Congratulations.
thank you. I'm just loving being a mother again.
I know that's right. I know that's right. Well, I love that for you. First off, I love that for you. Now, just to get into you a little bit of your college career, because like I said, you're the inside the locker room person, you have the stories. What are some of your pregame rituals? What are some things that you had to do before every
Okay, so I'll tell you, when I was playing at Cincinnati,
Mhm.
um, this is what I did when I was there, because when I got to Marshall, I kind of switched it.
Right.
But when I was at Cincinnati, I would bake before every game. So
Okay.
like if that was like brownies, cookies, cupcakes, whatever, like I had a taste for, I would bake before every game
Right.
because I don't know why I would do that, but um I just did it.
Right.
And my coach even said something. She's like, we went on like a 6-0 run
Right.
at the bit, like 6-0, like start of the season. She was like, I don't know what you guys are doing before every game, but keep doing it because we're winning. And I was like, it's my bacon. It's
Right.
my bacon. It's my
Right.
bacon.
Right.
So that's what I would do at Cincinnati. At Marshall, um, I didn't really have a I didn't really like have a certain pregame ritual. I just had to make sure my hair was done. I had
Right.
to make sure my edges was laid before every game because I feel like if you look good, you're gonna play good. So that's what I did here at Marshall.
Right. 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 Okay. So now, who are some of the toughest people that you had to play with? Or at Cincinnati? Who's some of the people that's like, yes, they give you
Okay, so
it's a
when
tough
I
time.
first committed, yes, when I first committed to Cincinnati, we were in the Big East,
Mhm.
and that's when we had like UConn in our conference. We had USF, Marquette, we had Syracuse. Like we
Yeah.
had big schools in our conference, and
Some
that's like,
dogs.
yes, that's a
Right.
reason that I wanted to play at Cincinnati because I was like, I want to play these big teams. Like I want to be on TV. Like you know what I'm saying, like.
For sure.
And my head coach, she played for Gino, um, and she coached under Gino. So her and Gino were like super tight.
Right.
I think the toughest team we had to play when I was playing was UConn, and they beat us by 50 points.
Yeah.
We never stood a chance.
Damn.
We never stood a chance. Then Gino came into the locker room and told us, how horrible we were.
No. No, he
And
did. No, he did.
yeah. So
Hold on. No,
probably the
I need the story. What did he that what did he really say? Did you
oh
talk
he
to
told
Gino?
he
Not too
told
many people
us
say they talked to Gino.
right. He told us that we all were horrible except for the point guard, Delisha
No.
Hollins. If y'all want to look her up, she's amazing, amazing, amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he told us we all played horrible except for her. So
He
um
did.
yeah, yes, he
Head
did.
coach.
Mic drop, then walked out the locker room.
What was
Embarrassing.
the locker room like right
Embarrassing.
after that?
Oh, it was quiet. After he walked out, it was. You could hear a pin drop.
I
Nobody was
bet.
talking. We all was pissed off.
I understand that. Yeah, yeah. You beat us by 50. You come in the locker room telling us how bad we are. God damn.
Yes, it was horrible.
Yeah, I bet. I bet.
That was at Cincinnati, and I can say probably the best team we played when I was at Marshall was Western Kentucky.
Gotcha.
I think they beat Western Kentucky. They beat us every year. Like we just
Couldn't get over him. Yeah.
couldn't stand a chance against them. But yeah, probably yeah, those are probably the two of the toughest teams.
Okay, okay, okay. So what about high school? Who'd you say is somebody that's like they gave that work when they came into town?
Um, you know what? It's not somebody I played against, it's somebody I played with. It's Whitney Bays. Like
Bucket.
she's a walking bucket. Right now
Bucket.
she coaches for Memphis now, I think. But um, yeah, she was literally since I well, actually I did play against her in middle school.
Okay.
Um, but as far as high school, we played side by side. But yeah, she was always like
Yeah.
I could never, I kind of looked up to her a little bit, even though
Right.
she was like a year or two older than me. But yeah, she was.
Well, what was some of the we talked earlier about probably your worst locker room moment. What would you say would be your best locker room memory? What was something that's like this the funniest moment that sticks out to me that you can share? I know y'all was getting wild in
Yes.
the Marshall locker room.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of something appropriate that I can let the people know. Um, my best locker room memory was probably my senior night. They surprised me because I didn't think they were going to do nothing for me for real. And they decorated the locker room, they decorated my locker,
I know that's
and
right.
it was just a cute moment. And they had got me, they know I was super into makeup. So they had got me like a gift card to Sephora for like $250. I was like,
Right.
I love y'all. That was probably the best locker room moment.
I know that's right.
Okay, so there's my best locker room moment. And then like the funniest that I'm allowed to share was when okay, so I we had our head coach at Marshall, Coach Daniel,
Mm-hmm.
Matt Daniel. He was a very eccentric guy. So he brought us into the locker room one time. It was super early in the morning. He brought us into the locker room and he was like, I do this every morning. Like, I just want y'all to do this. He was like, I want y'all to take the time out and do this right now. So he like started looking in the mirror. He's like, I do this every morning, and he starts crying. And me, I can't be serious in those type of moments. So he starts crying in the mirror, and we all, and then you got them one team. If you look over at them,
It's like, oh yeah, it's over.
now we all about to get in trouble. Now we're all about to run because you can't keep a straight face, and I can't keep a straight face, and the person next to me can't keep a straight face. So I'm fighting back. I'm fighting back tears, not the tears that he's crying, like tears of I don't want to run, but it's also funny.
He in there crying.
So in the locker room, crying, tears, tears coming out of his eyes, just looking in the mirror. And then after that, he made us do it. So now I'm looking
Yeah,
in the
right.
mirror, biting my lip, trying not to laugh, trying my hardest not to laugh. And trying to be serious and take the exercise seriously, but I could not do it.
Man, I
And we
just
all got in
man,
trouble.
as goofy as you guys was, man, I already know that it was tough time keeping that in.
You know it.
Damn.
I
So
couldn't keep a straight face.
that literally leads me into my next question, but I'm sure that's not it. What are some coaches' words that stuck with you that always like this is the one word that I teach to my kids?
The one quote I think that really stuck with me was my coach from Cincinnati. She I think we had so remember I told you at the beginning of the season we was like on a 6-0 run.
Mm-hmm.
Then we went on an 0-6. run. So now we're 6-6. And after that game, she's just like, you know, you gotta hate losing more than you love winning. And so after that, that just made me, you know, that just made me play harder. With in any game that I played after that, that quote always just stuck in my head. Like you gotta, you really gotta hate losing more than you love winning.
That's valid.
And I do, and I feel like I did after that
That's valid.
because I
Now,
hated to lose.
that's valid. Now, the people are gonna get to know Coach Coleman, but I need you to give me your best coach. Light up, light up. I need you to give me your best Coach Kyle memory that you can share. Once again, that you can share.
That I can share. Okay, okay. I'll share a funny one. Okay.
Got you.
So one time I can't remember where we were. We had to be like in maybe North Carolina, somewhere like that. And we just played this team. We all played horrible. Me, Kiki, Keisha, Anitra, everybody. We played horribly. Like horrible, horrible, horrible. And so he was just and he was pissed off. He's just like, those
I'm
girls
Coach
should have,
Kyle.
that yes, he's like, they're not a better team than y'all. Y'all suck today, blah, 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 blah,
Mm,
blah. So we get back to the hotel now. He's pissed. He's not happy. And he's like, I'm not washing your uniforms.
no.
You're not getting your uniforms washed for the next day. And so and listen, he claims it's because he was like, it was a tactic. It was a tactic so the next day that y'all played, they wouldn't want to, touch y'all and y'all would be stink and blah 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 blah. That's what he said. But one of the moms was pissed off and she was like, you guys are not playing in dirty uniforms. So she
Right.
snuck, took our uniforms, washed them, and gave them back to us. And he was so pissed the next day. He was so
Hot.
mad.
I already know Coach Kyle. He was hot.
He was so mad.
He was hot.
Yeah, he
I
was
cannot
mad.
wait for the people to meet him.
I don't even think that he coached us that game. I think he asked that parent who washed the uniforms to coach us. Yeah.
That is hilarious. Well, I cannot wait for the people to meet Coach Kyle. I just had to throw that in there because I'm gonna have Keanu on later, and I'm gonna try to get all you guys, and I know you guys are each gonna tell a different story that is hilarious. And but what would be your what was your like welcome to college? What was that moment? It's like, whoa, this is
Oh,
college.
oh, my welcome to college. Oh, it had to be like our first like week of workouts. I think that particular day we were working out on the football field.
Oh,
And the way that Cincinnati is set up,
mm-hmm.
like the football field is in the middle of campus. You walk around it, but you can also walk down into the stadium
Right.
like that. So we're outside. There's students like walking past. They can see us working out. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And so we were, I think we were just doing maybe suicides on the football field.
Right.
And I just, maybe after the fifth one, we get back to the sideline and I just pretend pass out because I just couldn't do it no more. I was tired. Nobody was like feeling sorry for me. You know what I'm saying? So I pretend pass out. And they told me to get my ass up. Welcome to college. I was sad. I was sad.
You pretended to pass out?
Yes, I pretended to pass out because I just needed a break. And nobody was feeling sorry for me. So
No.
I pretended to pass out. And
You are
the
hilarious.
the trainer, she just was like, get up.
All right.
She's looking at me disgusted, like, get up. Uh, which, she had the right to because
What did you at least celebrate?
I don't think I did because I ain't never passed out before, so I didn't know. Other than seeing it in movies, I ain't never seen nobody
You
pass
know what to
out.
do.
No, I just kind of just did a little drop, like a,
Yeah. Right. Oh,
yeah. I probably look like a fairy out there, but
that was hilarious.
yeah.
You are hilarious, man. Oh my goodness. All right, but this is my last question. You are a coach now. What is the one thing you want to pass down to your players that you want them to take to their next generation of basketball?
I would just say, like, when I was playing, I made basketball my whole life, my whole identity. So I would just say find yourself outside of basketball because after it's done. You know what I'm
That ball
saying?
start
You have
moving.
to, yeah, you have to, and I think that's what I graduate in college. Like I struggled not being an athlete no more because I was like, that was my whole identity since seventh grade. Like that's all I knew was basketball. So to graduate and like to not be a basketball player no more, I was just like what am I? Who am I? So I would just say, just have have something outside of it. Don't make it your whole identity. I won't say don't make it your whole life, but don't make it your whole identity.
That's good. That's good. Well, thank you, T Ham, for jumping onto the podcast. We really appreciate you. We look forward to having you on as the season progresses, as far as WNBA, the NCAA tournament coming up.